Okie dokie. Talk to the bard known as Eivind. Find and talk to the pearl diver. Stop spitting, you filthy bastards. Okay.
We serve her with virgin water and food.
Blacksmiths.
Heard songs about your deeds already, you know that.
Ah, I'm very flattered. Ooh. Clearly not, are you? You did not transition to a menu. That's me.
Wouldn't mind a look at your...
Wouldn't mind selling you some shit. I know it makes me a bit of a scumbag, but take my shit. Wow, look at the damage on these weapons. That is a 75% hit damage bonus. That is a really big bonus on the whole critical hit. That just goes to show how far behind we are with steel at this moment. Our steel sword, whereas it is pretty special for its time, it's falling behind. But not only that, our alternatives right now are not good enough to be such an immediate replacement, and I'm really disappointed by that. Especially considering I've been to everywhere in the game pretty much at this point, except for a couple of deep sea dive areas, which are probably a piece of shit. Like, that's a good one. That's like the best we could have if we tried. A master-crafted steel sword, but it's feline. That's got a really nice critical hit bonus, and it has a really nice armor piercing. That's not. Neither's that. Nor is that. Or that. Not interested in that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. I should check what these... Is that parchment? It's always parchment. Witch Hunter's Sword. That could be good. Elven Steel Sword. Probably not. But I'll buy them anyway. Master Weapon Repair Kit. Why not? Enables us to fleece him for a little bit more coin. Look at all the fucking silver we've got. Look at that shit, dude. It's worth so much. We never use it. These sell for a bucket load. He doesn't have enough to buy them all though, unfortunately. There you go. What level craftsman are you, sir? Come on, dog. I'm trying to record here. He's way too low. Look at that picture. I wonder if they'll fix that.
See ya.
Hey now.
Is this thing getting further away from me? It was 80 meters last time, now it's not. I'm getting further away from it. How does that... Is it a warp point it's trying to take me to? Why does it point me that way on the map? But oh, it's because there's two objectives. Okay. My bad.
Go.
Come on,
go.
Roach. Put your sword away, Geralt.
Hey, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the DLC that's coming. You know, the free stuff, just to see what it is. Because there's 16 pieces and we've had, what, 4 at the moment? It's like 2 a week. And this is the second week of release.
Come on.
I'm really curious to see if any of it's really, really effective. So far, I'm really happy with it. And then I'm curious as to what the DLC is just in general. Because you know the game's going to get it. They've built this engine. They'd be fools not to offer something else.
Watching for Nilfgaard's fleet.
I don't know. I guess I don't really know.
Aye, they mentioned something. Nay, I've more important matters on my mind. By my calculations, today's the day Gevorg, the legendary white whale, will swim the waters of Skellige.
Because that's clearly more
I've been
important.
waiting for this my whole life.
You mad old woman.
Let's watch for Gevorg together. and you can tell me what you know about any elven ruins in Skellige.
Wow, that rock really needed to
Heard of
look
some
like that
cavern
one
no one's
on
been
there,
able to
right?
enter.
Good thing too. Elsewise, they'd have plundered it long ago like all the others.
Oh, there it is.
Avon.
What?
It's there!
Just
You
wanted to
daft
assure
bastard,
you
why
all
would you
know
not be
about the
watching?
cavern. It's research.
Research?
Writing a historical treatise on the Enshe elves under Ermien's tutelage.
Ermion? Man never cared a whit about the elves of the mountains.
That was a bad lie.
You can write it. Cut me to bits if you like. I'll never tell you about the cavern.
I tried to show you the white whale, you bell end. I'll fucking kill you. I can't kill you. Okay, let's try and force you off a cliff, shall we? Can't kill you the traditional way. Right, won't let me do it. Nah, I can't do it. Well, it didn't work. Let's go see the diver man. Oh, just random gauntlets there.
Faster.
Stronger. Better. I can't believe I tried to show him the fucking whale, and then he gets all anal about I don't know shit about anything. Why would he care, dude? Why would you care?
Hey there.
Hey there. Are you David Copperfield? No. Take a gander. Let's warp to this, why not? Run through some fog. All those question marks really irritate me because I wish I could get them, but then I realise it involves fucking with sirens and I hate them, and it's not in fact, you know, consummating or copulating. It's just straight up raw dogging bullshit fighting on the sea, which is not very fun. Like, on land, they're bitches, they've got nothing. They literally have nothing they can do. But it's different on sea. It's very, very different. Come on, son. It doesn't seem like farming harpies is as powerful as it was in the second game. There he goes. Oh, the one shot. You see, if this happened at every level... Well, that was weird. Just completely cock-blocked my dodge. Okay. If the dismemberment on this game happened at any level, it'd be fantastic. It'd make the combat feel so much more satisfying. But there's some kind of system at play where the higher the level the enemy is, the less likely you are to get those kind of interactions with them. And that's an issue. And you might be thinking, well, it'd be overpowered if you could dismember ridiculously high level things just on a random chance. Well, no, not really, because you could just have them be more defensive so that hitting them was tougher, rather than you can hit them and do no damage and you feel like your combat's underwhelming. And if you want a great example of a game where all you had to do was hit enemies a few times and you could do serious damage to them, would be something like Ninja Gaiden 2, where they introduced the dismemberment to it. And the enemies guarded, they blocked, and they dashed around and flipped, and they were very evasive. But if you got a couple of clean hits on them and they were the right hits, you could instantly dismember them. You could sever a limb, and they would be well, they would be gimped a little bit, but they'd also be really dangerous because they get the whole suicide ability. But it was an example of, you don't have to fight an enemy a million hits for no reason. Like, and games that do it, they do it intentionally. Like your Bayonettas, like your Devil May Cry's, like in some ways like a God of War, where the enemies take a lot of hits because they want you to experiment in putting the moves together and do fancy, you know, crazy high combo shit. Whereas in Ninja Gaiden, it was never really about that. And there's still people that do the whole, you know, shuriken crazy cancelling where the people are falling from the sky and they keep stopping them with shurikens, and then they do the flying swallow and chop their head off when they're in midair and stuff, which is pretty much one of the only combos anybody ever fucking does on that game, let's be fair. because it looks quite interesting, but that was an example of a combat system that took a simple mechanic and made it really good. And that wasn't in the first one, which I actually think is the better game, because I think the mechanics are just...
Must be the Pearl Diver's boat.
They make so much sense to me in Ninja Gaiden's, the first one. Not the NES one, of course, the remake. Whereas a lot of people love the second one, because it built on it.
Around it. Gonna have to dive. They
But,
call it fish line for a reason.
It'll be in the cave, one would think. So I'm going to drink a decoction. But I just think this game would benefit from that kind of focus rather than just this wishy-washiness that it has. Which one is it that lets you hold your breath for ages? Is it that? Killer whale. Cool. I don't know. I think if CD Projekt Red focused on a game that wasn't quite as wide in scope, and if it had an action mechanic to it, if they were able to focus on it and refine it and make it really, really good and make a game that had very strong action, when they come back to make another game of this scale, the experience that they would have would benefit it so much.
You daft? Can't you see he's a witcher? What's a witcher doing here?
Run out of pearls?
Not your concern. What the sea gives, we take.
Seems she's a reluctant giver.
Aye, I could use a better knife. But a few hours and their fingers are swollen.
Listen, heard you know a thing or two about elven ruins in Skellige.
Who says?
Ermion.
You'll not tell him what you saw today, will you?
Depends.
Elven ruins, you say? What you want to know?
Druid mentioned some cavern you've never been able to enter. Where is it?
East of Cairtrode. In a cove you can only reach from the sea. But what you exactly... You hear that, early?
Drowners, mudkips, or whatever they're bloody called, meerkats.
Somebody help me.
How's that level 29? Wow, that's one of the strongest ones I've ever seen. Let's chop it into pieces, shall we? That took so long to get to. Right, fellas. That is the wrong spell. Is he levitating? Good lad. I'm about to die because I am stuck. Great. Didn't work. And it dodged me. Twice. At least. You know what? Have a crossbow, you wanker. Oh, it's not going to blow up because of the water. Ow. Ow. Goodness me. That sucked. They had such an advantage then, that wasn't even funny. Fighting in shallow water against drowners. Well, I suppose we got what we came in. We could call that getting what we came for. We got some information. Isn't it funny how they've been probably doing this for quite some time? Never seen a drowner. Today, I turn up and level 29 ones turn up as well. Pretty unlucky, if you ask me. Not that I give a shit though. They're essentially scavengers. It's just the price you pay if you're going to scavenge from the dead. which we're not immune to. We've scavenged quite a lot. It's just how this game is sometimes. Right, where's the fast travel point? It's the White House. The White House. My God, it's the White House. As great as this game is, it induces just the largest yawns and sighs from me. It's kind of profound how it can do that. You know what, fellas? I'm gonna no, I'm not, because I'm stamina out apparently. There you go. Have fun with your friends. Ow. But if you get this move early on, you can do high-level missions earlier, because you can just get them to kill each other, and it means all you need to do then is get out of the range of death. But you had to know before you went into them what the mission was going to detail, because if you didn't, there's no way you would know. So obviously, this is an ability that's going to benefit the second playthrough tremendously, which I think I'm going to go and do all the abilities that I didn't touch in this playthrough. I'm going to go try and be like a potion guy, or a sign build or something. Try and go full out on signs or bombs or something like that. Literally the last thing I'll ever do is swing my sword if I'm doing my build right. That could be really interesting. And I'm sure I'll speak of it in like a future commentary on some other video, unless I do some videos for this. Biggest problem with the playthrough such as this is I've missed a large opportunity to make smaller videos that would do astronomically better than the playthrough would, which is just bad business if you're a YouTuber, but I promised I would do this, and I am a man of my word, as much as you might be regretting that now, 140 odd parts into it, unless you're one of those crazy people who I adore on this channel, who literally watch it all and love it all and are just equally crazy. Because I have a Patreon goal, or a Patreon reward, sorry, not a goal, where if you pledge a certain amount, you get access to my unlisted videos, and there's a couple of people supporting me on that amount, and it's awesome, it's insane, it's super humbling, and it's really helpful for the channel. But only one of them is the guy who watches everything, like, straight up. And he's a legend, and he knows exactly who he is. And then we get people asking him how he was able to comment on the videos before they were out, because apparently some people don't know.
Going somewhere.
Which is
Siri
interesting.
says there's a site in Skellige we must examine. Avalok's clearly hiding something from us.
Earlier, when we were in the Isles together, Avalok mentioned a laboratory.
It's always a
One
laboratory,
point
you
he
notice
was to
that?
teleport there to retrieve something, and he refused to take me with him. It was all very strange.
Sufficiently suspicious, don't you think?
Definitely. By the hairs on my button-toppy chin-chin.
So what? Want to just sneak in and root around?
Exactly. Coming with?
Hell yeah.
Fine.
Did he just smooth
Where
his
is it?
mustache?
On a small isle between Undvik
That was
and
awesome.
Spinkerog.
Not exactly on our way. Just found out the sunstone's on Ord Skellig. Cavern along the coast that we can only access from the sea. Gonna need some real magic to get in, too.
Go find this laboratory. I will explore Ard Skellig. You can join me later.
Interesting.
Philippa, your eyesight. Only just recovered and magically simulated. Didn't you say you'd need some time to get accustomed?
Did I?
Wonder if she's got something like what Vilgavort's has, or Vilga... Is it Vilgafort's? I can't remember his name.
Irritating she can be.
He's got
Can't
crystals for eyes at the moment, on one of his eyes, because his face was disfigured when Ciri went through one of the teleporters
We'll await you there.
at Thaned. And the way you described it in the book didn't really put much of an image in my head, but my imagination made it really fucking gruesome. And it was only one line, but for some reason I had this really awful mental image of it. The curse of an overactive imagination, I guess. quests. So there's still quite a few quests, which is cool. He still wants me to do this. What's this about? Oh, we need to do that to do this. Okay. So it can wait then. I want to do this. Where is this? The Palais Gap Coast. I don't know if I've ever... Have I been there? I don't know. I guess we'll find out together.
Something I've always wondered. What do you witchers do till Galmar split its massive skull with the eye?
Okay, let's teleport. Hopefully, we'll get a schematic for a really, really cool sword. That would be great.